How many people in here manifest parking lots relatively often already? Okay, very good. Some people talk to the clouds, yeah? Some people change a little bit of the weather here and there. Prayers, okay, a few, okay. The thing is, the universe is listening to all our thoughts. The big, beautiful ones, but also the ugly little ones, like self-doubt, fears, anger, hurt. The limbic brain that we still have, the old brainstem, the fight and flight one, well, we do need to talk to it too, because if it comes in with fear and doubt, which, even the best of us have, we have to find a way to transform it. And then, as we transform our thoughts into positive energies, we have beautiful power to then focus in one direction. On Saturday, I will go through a technique called the holographic transformation technique. It's too much in 1 hour, but today I want to focus on how you can take one of your goals and go through the 4 steps of manifestation. And they're the same, and you can go home and practice them. I'll ask you one question. What is your life about? Do you know what the objective of your life is? What is the most important, I want to say purpose, but objective is really a modern word. What is the objective for you in your life? Do you know? Are you clear on that? If not, you can make it up as you go. But could I just hear a couple words? What's the real objective of your life? What's really important? We probably have a few important aspects, but can I hear some words?
Healing. Live and let live.
Live and let live? Healing? Healing?
Sharing your passion.
Sharing your passion? Joy. Okay.
Serving people.
Serving people?
Love, self-love.
Love and self-love?
Family.
Family, having family, okay.
Evolution.
Okay, evolution of consciousness, great. Anybody in there for a God connection or anything? Yes? Yes, all right, good. Well, a lot of people don't have 5-year plans, but you have a 5-year plan now, okay? The first time I had a 5-year plan, I said, I'm going to. I hadn't done anything. I was a massage therapist, and my husband, Don, who taught meditation classes, was a chimney sweep. That's where we started. This chimney sweep, yes, me and him. I went up on the roofs, I helped out, I got black. Well, I made up a life of dreams. I said, I want to fly the world, teach around the world, be an internationally published, well-best-selling author. I want to teach large groups. I want to go to these centers. And then at one point, I wanted to also have a little ashram when I'm older, when I have white hair. And most of the dreams, a house, most of the dreams, instead of in 5 years, happened in 2.5 years after applying the techniques that I'm teaching you today. So if you go home and practice every single day, you'll get results. You'll have your dreams manifest. And that's in any realm. There was the Bali woman who was making furniture for us. And I'd gone there for years already, furnishing for our Shambhala retreat center. And I came one day, and she was emaciated, thin down to the bones. And I said, what happened? And she said, well, my doctor told me, and look, here are the pictures, and it looked terrible. They'd sent a picture down her stomach, and it was really not too good. It was black. I said, oh, don't worry. She said, oh no. She said, what can I do? And I said, oh, don't worry. You just sit down 5 minutes every day and envision what it would be like if you had already arrived at your destination. Okay, let's repeat that sentence together. Envision and feel what it would be like if you had already arrived at your destination. Because in the quantum field, all possibilities exist. If you somehow manage to put yourself into the spot of the now that you want to be in, imaginarily 5 years in the future, you just be there for 5 minutes every day, the universe will rearrange itself around you. So this lady thought, since I'm from the West, I must know something, and she did it for 5 minutes, morning and evening. I wasn't so sure I wanted to come back and check on her. But after half a year, I had to go back and buy some more furniture. And she's like, hi, Ilona. fleshed out, looking good. And I'm like, what happened? And she said, well, I sat down every morning and every evening for 5 minutes. I did what you told me to do. That's Indian accent, right? Okay, she spoke Indonesian, I speak Indonesian. So she said, I did it just like you told me to do. And what happened? Her stomach healed. Well, we know that happens, but it really happened to her and she really did the work. Just like the man who came to our dolphin swim seminar, he did it. They told him he was going to be operated on his back, would always be in a wheelchair. He did it for 4 years and was healed. And then another 4 years and was pain-free, and the doctors thought he was playing tricks on him. So let's go through the 4 steps of energizing your goal. So pick one of your goals. I'd like you to go and pick one goal that you'd really like to see manifest. It could be a small goal too. It doesn't have to be gigantic, it can be. Anything you really wish. I'd like you to make sure you really want what you say you want. That you're passionate about it. Out of your 5-year dream, can you pick something? And you can close your eyes for a moment, if we could have a little bit of music. And just review your 5-year ideal. And pick something that really truly talks to your soul. Sometimes we have goals and dreams that we think we should have because we heard that those are the things you should be doing. But really, today I'd like you to ask to just choose one thing that really means something to your heart and soul. And I'm going to repeat these steps for you so you don't have to write anything down right now. I'll do it after we're completing this exercise. So then you can take notes. All right. Now I'd like you to describe your choice. Like, just in words, ordinary sentence. I'd like to, I'd be, do, or have. It doesn't really matter how you phrase it, just as long as it's positive, not wanting to not yell at the children. I'd like to have a loving relationship, yeah? Something that you really do want when you're finished having that sentence, where you can say yes. You can also say, I am, if that feels comfortable to you. I am this or that, or I have this and that. Okay, and now I'd like you to feel what it would, actually, you know what, just envision walking into a scene if you're visual. And we're going to then also focus on the feelings for all those people that are more kinesthetic. So just envision a scenery where you already are experiencing whatever you would like to manifest. And it doesn't really matter if it's clear or fuzzy. Just allow yourself to step maybe into a feeling image. Already having, doing, or being what you really would like to experience. Run a little movie. And as you do, it might become even clearer to you what actually it is that you want. Sometimes we think we want something, but we want the end result. We might think we want to have a certain amount of money, but in the end what we want is a feeling of a life. And as you put yourself into that inner movie, notice what that would mean to you. And step inside that maybe one feeling image and feel the feelings you would have if that wish had already come about, whether it is health or finances, relationships, creative expression, connection in higher states of consciousness. Whatever it is, let yourself feel the feeling of you already being there. And as you enter this feeling image, let yourself be elevated to an even greater sense of fulfillment. Step into it until you can feel it into the back of your spine or in the center of your bones, in all of your DNA. And for a moment, connect to the source in whatever way you connect to the source. And let the source see you in that fulfillment, reflecting your beauty and your gift back to the source. Offering yourself and asking for this or better from the divine guidance or the source, however you imagine the source of all life. It's like turning over your jewel of desire to the universe and offering it as a gift and allowing the universe to reply to you in the most beautiful symphony. Energizing your wish in this way or better. And in this way you can be sure to get what is truly right for you, allowing the higher sources of the universe to shower back to you the right arrangement of time and space, this or better. And now, as the last step, I'd like you to imagine what image could represent this wonderful feeling. Maybe you have a tingling sensation, maybe an elevated sensation, maybe a love, whatever it is. What symbol or image something could represent the feeling that you get from when your wish is completely fulfilled. You can make it up or let it come to you. A symbol or an image that represents your fulfilled feeling. And then let that feeling flow through all of your cells. Let that symbol energy flow into your DNA and inform all of your cells, all time and space surrounding you. And then let go in letting your wish be taken up into the universe, allowing the divine to bring to you exactly what is right, beautiful, in the right time, in the right way, in the right place. In your way, you can fold your hand in Namaste gratitude towards the center of the universe, towards your core, heart, self, soul. Namaste. And offering your hands and your wish to the divine is like offering a gift. Taking a deeper breath, wiggling your toes and hands, moving, and I'd like you to turn to a person, it could be a new person, could be the same person, who you'd like to share an aspect, a highlight of what you just went through. The process of describing, feeling, imaging, feeling, and the symbol. You don't have to be specific if you don't want to, but you can be. It's in situations like this where we hold a very charged field that when we offer our prayers, so to speak, to the universe, there is some greater force that says yes. I generally keep my wishes to myself if I'm in my regular life, unless I'm with people of like vibration. And then I can share. Most of the time I prefer to show the fruit of my labor rather than the process. But just for the process of learning from each other, right now I'd like you to just share for a couple minutes each, 2 minutes each, how it was, and you can be as detailed or not, describing, visualizing, feeling, and the symbol, the metaphor for your wish. So if you could pick a partner and share with them any aspect of that journey or experience. Ready, steady, go. Thank you. All right. So, I have a question for you. Who was able to feel the fulfillment in advance? Who was able to feel the fulfillment in advance? Can I see a show of hands? Especially from you guys. Were you able to feel it? The fulfillment? Yes. All right. Were you able to feel it? I want to see all the hands up, actually. If I see some hands down, we're going to have to do this again. All right. Did you know that feeling the future fulfilled in advance is the master key? They always say it's visualizing, right? Well, you have to know where you're going. You have to have a picture. It's good if you do. It's much easier than if you're going like this and saying, I want to be somewhere. If you were to describe it with words or with images, it's great. But once you arrive at the future with your feeling fully intact, you can practically do anything. In my book, Dream Big, The Universe is Listening, I describe a story. And I want to make sure you all get this book. If you give Don, my husband, this card back that we passed out with your email address, I'll send you a number of gifts. First of all, the book, PDF. And second of all, a morning and evening audio app, an exercise you can do 12 minutes a day, where you can then listen in the morning to my guided meditation voice to guide you through how to energize your choice. So if you pick a choice, you energize it with about 12 minutes worth of an exercise. And in the evening. So if you give your email address back to Don, you'll get the book, Wisdom of the Dolphins, where I describe a technique that I'm also going to describe to you on Saturday, how to transform. I'm going to give you 3 steps that you can take home now of what to do when negative emotions come up. But how to manifest through the holographic nature of the universe. This was a Germany bestseller, 13 years on the shelf in the bookstores in 8 printings, so it's worthwhile reading from beginning to end. But you'll get that as a PDF for free, as well as an app that you can download for free if you want to, and then give us your address, and I'll send it to you probably within the week, whenever you get back home and have time to look at your email. So, feeling the future in advance is the master key to getting there. So in my book, Dream Big, I describe the following story. Don and I are about to fly to Florida. We have to land in Dulles, Washington, D.C., have to change the plane there, and then fly to Miami. And then we have to take a car and then drive down to Key West, where we have, until a couple years ago, where we had a dolphin watch boat. Now, we are in Seattle and we're flying, and Washington, D.C. has notoriously bad weather in the summer. Thunderstorms. So our airplane is circling and circling. And next to me is a pediatrician, and he said, oh, I know what's coming. Sure enough, the announcement said, we're having to redirect our flight to Baltimore. And then my pediatrician next to me said, it's always like this. You have to get your luggage, then they take you in a bus, then they drive you to the airport, then you have to recheck a flight, which probably you missed your last flight. Then it's probably more likely you spend the night, and then tomorrow you'll get to your seminar late. Well, are people like that to you? Predicting the future in the most horrible way? And then he has a white coat on, I mean, my God. So at any rate, I said, oh God, what do I really want? When things aren't going, and I want you to remember these 3 words. Well, I'll go through it so you can write, in the last 5 minutes, write all the steps down that I've taught. But when things aren't going the way you want them to go, the first thing you need to do, or what do you do when things aren't going typically? We are like, huh? Scream. Like, no, I don't want to, and we keep imagining the thing we don't want, usually, right? It's emotionally a little bit challenging not to think about the thing that we don't like. Oh, now we're going to be late, now we're going to be that, and blah, 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 and the car is too slow in front of me and all that. Here's what you need to do. Stop. Step out of the movie, because it's just a movie. This isn't really happening. The driver, who you are, is your soul. This is a show that we get to experience. And when we do it right, we have heaven on earth. That's how you know that you're more often than not in the driver's seat with your soul awake. Everything flows perfectly. And in the moments it doesn't, you stop. Go like, this is the movie, I'm stepping out, wait a second, God, 1 second. I'm going to take a breath, okay? Look at what is going on. All right? Remember, these are 3 easy words. Stop, look, and then choose. Now, I know these are very simple steps, but imagine stepping out. That's already quite the job. Stepping out of the drama. Quit playing drama queen. Become the chooser. You look. Okay, we're late. The airplane is landing where I wanted to land. What do I really want? Now, I could have said, I want this and that, this airplane, but what I really wanted was, could I hear it from you? What do you think I would really want when my seminar is happening the next day and I have to be there? Be there. Arrive on time or be there. Yeah. I visualized being there and arriving perfectly on time. I'd been reading a book called Time Shift on the airplane, so I thought, okay, let's practice. Shifting time. I know what my pediatrician with the white coat said should happen, but let's just step back, stop, look at what is happening, choose what I really want, and then, what's the magic master key? Feel. Thank you. Feel what it would feel like if I were in the future of my choice. Now, that takes a little bit of practice, and I had learned, luckily, the holographic technique based on the work by Dr. Vern Wolf that I'm going to teach on Saturday, how to transform negative emotions. Because they do want us to listen. They are our stepping stones into a better future. So when you listen, that anger in my tummy, I said, okay, I hear you, what do you really want? That anger said, I want to arrive on time. All right, so I'm going like this, my favorite show as a child was I Dream of Jeannie. I am arriving on time. I am in Washington DC. I'm flying perfectly to Key West. I'm arriving in Key West. I'm in the airport. We are at the seminar. Perfect timing. We land. Oh, and I thought, as a proof, I'm going to turn around and shake Dawn's hand for the universe being appropriately adjusted to my wishes. All right, so we land. Welcome to Baltimore. No less had this silly little TV shown the passage going from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore, that red line, 777s, they have those little videos in front of you. We're landing in Baltimore. So no less did we land there, the announcement came, welcome to Baltimore. Oh, I left out a step. I turned to Dawn before the announcement and said, congratulations. And then when the announcement came, I thought, oh shoot, I must have done something wrong. My recipe didn't work. So I closed my eyes and I said, God, I'm so sorry. I probably congratulated myself on the success ahead of time. I should have been a little bit slower with that and waited for the proof before I congratulated Dawn for arriving where we needed to be. So I'm going back in time and I'm saying, I'm sorry. Do you think this is maybe putting everybody in inconvenience? Look, everybody has to repack the suitcase, pack it up, all these things. What do you think? The universe seemed to agree with me. I thought, I kind of heard a nod. And and I said, what about we just land in D.C. right now? And I heard the universe saying, okay. I said, look, if I have to be in Baltimore, please let it be Baltimore. But it's not really important. Let me be at the right time in the right place. And I want to arrive for the teachings. A voice comes on and says, oh, I was just informed that we landed in Washington, D.C. Oh my God, now I turned to Don and congratulated him once more because now we had the proof, right? I had done what? Instead of the drama, I did what? What are the 3 magic words? Stop. And to be in the future fulfilled. And how did I imagine the future fulfilled, or how did I know I was there? By feeling. Okay, we have to repeat this. What did I do? The first 3 steps were stop, look, choose, and feel the future fulfilled in your bones, in every part of you. In alignment, in asking for God's guidance. Because maybe I was supposed to be somewhere else. Did we have this now down? If you want to manifest a goal, you do the following. You describe your wish, right? Describe. You imagine yourself in this situation. You feel the fulfillment. And you have a metaphoric, symbolic representation of your wish in your mind. There was this filmmaker in Germany, he was teaching the Living from Vision course, which teaches all these steps. And he wanted to manifest a car. But instead of the car, he imagined driving it, feeling freedom, and the feeling of freedom was represented by a bird flying. So the car turned into a flying bird. It wasn't the car he had to visualize. It was the feeling that was the fulfillment that he wanted. We just want a feeling. The way we think we're going to get happiness, sometimes a little different. However, in his case, they called him up after the 3rd week of being in the course. This is a 5-week course. And he, in number 3, they called him up and said, "Sir, you won the Audi Cabriolet." Just like he'd imagined. Free of charge. And now he was flying like a bird. So, the final sentence I can leave you with is, happiness comes from feeling the feeling of fulfillment and then letting the universe provide you the details. Now, it can be in alignment with what you envision, and it's not the aesthetic way. It is turning your wishes and dreams like a flower over to God. God didn't make black flowers or some kind of, stick like a cactus all over the world. It made flowers and bees and butterflies and everything. We are here to express our uniqueness in alignment with the highest. And each manifestation goal that you set will become the stepping stone of your evolution. 10 years from now, your next best goal, your 5-year vision, will be different than what it is now, or even greater expression of your beauty, of your soul. So, I have to be respectful of the time of the other people coming. Please remember the words: stop, look, choose. If you're in a situation that doesn't work, how to transform negative emotions, you can read in my book, Wisdom of the Dolphins. I'm going to send it to you if you give your address to Don, plus the morning and evening app to practice every day to feel your fulfillment in advance. It's easier. I still do it with my own app, with my own voice every morning, 99% of the time. Okay, and the other thing is how to manifest. The steps to repeat are: describe, imagine, feel, metaphor. Okay, and then turn it over to the universe, God, the higher forces, and say this or better. Yes? All right. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you had fun. Take something home. And I wish you all the best and shine that light who you are. We need lighthouses on this planet and live the purpose that you're here to be on this planet. Thank you. See you again. Bye-bye. Bye.